In this WrestleTalk news, WWE talent released, WWE Beats AEW, our review of NXT, Halloween Havoc and more. Subscribe and enable notifications to always on for daily wrestling news videos.
Support WrestleTalk!
After going a whole 2 months without firing anyone, WWE have released their latest talent. Longtime SmackDown ring announcer, Greg Hamilton. The story came out when people noticed Hamilton had removed references to WWE from his Twitter account and had made his profile private. When PW Insider looked into why this had happened, they found out WWE had let him go earlier this week. Hamilton, real name Greg Hudson, first joined the company back in 2015. After a year of working on NXT and Tough Enough, he was brought up to the main roster, where he quickly became the main ring announcer for SmackDown, where it was he who declared Shane McMahon as the best in the world. No other wrestlers or backstage staff appear to have been released, which is peculiar for a company who have mostly conducted mass firings over the last year and a half. So why was Hamilton specifically let go? PW Insider don't know the exact reason, but they have pointed to some weird activity from Hamilton on social media over the last week. In a since deleted Instagram post, Greg took issue with the new song from rapper Westside Gunn and his song, Undertaker vs. Goldberg. It's an actual song, where Hamilton alleges his voice was used without his permission. Well, Westside Gunn, let's hope that since you stole my voice for your incoherent kindergarten fables, that you saved up enough delivering for DoorDash because you are angry face emojit. You'll be paying me for years. Apologise, and I'll think about not collecting every dime for the rest of your life. Or I can just get WWE lawyers. That's okay too. Settle with my lawyer and don't ever use my voice again. So wrong. Now, I'm no legal expert, but I assume in WWE there's a best practice of internal steps you need to go through before publicly threatening Vince McMahon will sue someone on your behalf for the rest of their life. Hamilton has tweeted and deleted before. Back in June this year, Greg effectively tweeted he didn't give a swear word about Lio Rush's retirement. Wow, unreal. If we all didn't have our own lives and families to take care of, I just might pretend I give a red-faced emoji. On behalf of the wrestling family and community who work for a living. On to the gym. Hamilton quickly apologised for the post, explaining that him and Rush didn't see eye to eye backstage, but he respects him as a father and a wrestling talent. But showing a more human and sensitive side to his Twitter game, back in January this year, he heartbreakingly explained why his hands were shaking so much on an episode of SmackDown. His longtime girlfriend was sick with COVID, and he wasn't there with her. Thankfully, she recovered. Hamilton proposed in February, and the two were married by April. We're now almost 2 weeks out from the bloody Battle of Friday Night, the 30-minute crossover clash, the great Ruby Soho victory over Brock Lesnar, because AEW Rampage, in some very specific but very important metrics, beat WWE SmackDown in the ratings head-to-head. The first time that had happened since WCW. Tony Khan has since revealed that AEW's network TNT were over the moon and very excited about what we did. WWE lost, and I think it was great for us. But one battle does not win the war, because this week, a repeat of SmackDown beat Dynamite on its first airing. Because of the baseball schedule, Fox found themselves with nothing to air on Saturday night, so they just replayed the previous night's episode of SmackDown. Read into that scheduling decision what you will. The Friday airing of SmackDown drew 2.25 million with a big 0.58 in the 18 to 49 demographic. And then the same episode, played the following night, still drew 632,000 people, which is over 50,000 more than the first run of AEW Dynamite's 575,000. Despite big-time matches with Bryan Danielson, Cody Rhodes, and Malachi Black, Dynamite was down by almost a third from the previous week and was its lowest number since June. Dynamite did score a victory in the 18 to 49 demographic with a 0.22 to the SmackDown repeats 0.16, indicating a greater quality over quantity of viewers. But too much focus on that metric can make you forget the episode of SmackDown was a repeat. AEW will hope to rebound their plunging viewership viewership from the last 2 weeks. After being on their hottest ratings run since CM Punk's return in August, which was followed up with the all-in debuts of Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, Dynamite has been bumped to Saturdays, and Rampage has recorded its lowest figures of the show's run so far. Dynamite returns to Wednesdays tonight, and Luke and I cannot wait to get back to reviewing it on our WrestleTalk podcast channel tomorrow, so go over there and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Do you think AEW's viewership will rebound to their September figures this week, or have they lost too much Wednesday night momentum? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying to people for the first 30 minutes after this video goes live from out of nowhere. If you ask Eric Bischoff about AEW's falling ratings, he'll say, "Did you know I made the NWO and I beat the WWF for 83 weeks in a row? Now look at my motorcycle!" And then when you repeat the question, saying that's not what you asked, he'll blame it on CM Punk. Talking on his 83 Weeks podcast, Bischoff has said, "Punk hasn't delivered. Punk, you came in and shit the bed in terms of ratings. It ain't there, and there's nothing, in reality, to suggest otherwise." Bischoff seems to have taken offense to Punk by saying AEW's latest talent signings are more significant than Bischoff bringing Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to WCW in the 90s, which is definitely an arguable point. That was also a huge industry-shifting move, but Bischoff also appears to be misreading the ratings, focusing on Rampage and the Saturday Night Dynamites, rather than the flagship Wednesday night slots. You might have seen my music video punishment of Fozzy go live on this channel last Friday, in which case, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but that was only my first punishment for losing the WrestleMania predictions. I've got to do another one next month for losing at SummerSlam in Wrestle League 2. I'm bad at this wrestling stuff. Our Patreons have selected the shortlist, so now it's up to you to vote on our community tab. From R-Truths, What's Up? William Regals, Real Man's Man, Minoru Suzuki's Kaze Ninare, which I will have to learn another language for, and Jungle Boy's Tarzan Boy. Think it over. What will make me look the worst, while you enjoy Tempest's review of NXT Halloween Havoc?
I mean, if Grayson Waller's not going to dress up like Dick Grayson, I might as well do it. What's going on, WrestleTalk friends and fans? Tempest is back with another review of NXT Halloween Havoc in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna try and be as still as possible during this review so you guys don't hear this suit crunching, because I don't think you guys want to hear for 5 minutes. So this show opened with the Scareway to Hell ladder match for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles, and that name is terribly appropriate. Zoe Stark and Io Shirai put the titles on the line against Toxic Attraction and Persia Pirotta and Indy Hartwell, and this match was rough going. We said on the podcast last week that it might have been a mistake to book these performers in a ladder match given how dangerous ladder matches can be, and that might have been the case here. There were definitely very fun spots in this match, but there was a lot of sloppiness and a lot of really dangerous looking botches. The one that everyone's going to be talking about, of course, is Io Shirai taking a terrible looking fall through a ladder bridge at ringside, and this was honestly really tough to watch. Toxic Attraction was eventually able to double team Indy Hartwell and climb the ladder to retrieve the titles, making them the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Personally, I was just happy that this match was over. There were definitely cool moments sprinkled throughout, but this match was really tough to watch. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Next, we had the first of 2 segments where Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams were going around Dexter Loomis's haunted mansion or something. They were walking around this estate, getting spooked by a Sasquatch, Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, goblins, ghouls, a zombie with no conscience. I don't know what any of this has to do with Carmelo Hayes facing Johnny Gargano for the North American title, but if you're into it, more power to you. Hayes and Williams were very funny, I will give them that. Next up, Grayson Waller came out dressed as Dracula, not Dick Grayson or Amanda Waller, so he's just missing every opportunity tonight. He was eventually interrupted by Joe Gacy, who came out and cut a promo about how Halloween sexualizes all people. It's such garbage. This led to the next match, which was Joe Gacy squashing Malik Blade with a little bit of help from Harland. There wasn't anything to this match. It was short. I'm not into the Joe Gacy character, but the stuff with Harland is slightly intriguing. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. Next, the Diamond Mine came out to issue an open challenge, which was answered by Odyssey Jones. Jones took on Roddy Strong, and they had a really fun, quick match. Their big man, little man styles were able to mesh pretty nice, and Roddy Strong needed a big win just like this. After Jones was able to power Roddy Strong around the ring, he was distracted by one of the Creed brothers, allowing Roddy Strong to hit a big knee strike for the win. Malcolm Bivens did say that Odyssey Jones was not 205 pounds and therefore could not challenge for the Cruiserweight title, You know, just in case anybody was wondering about that. This was a really fun little battle. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. Next up was the NXT Women's Championship match as Raquel Gonzalez defended against Mandy Rose in a trick or street fight. There was a pretty decent mix of spots in here that ranged from absolutely stupid and asinine to pretty fun and creative. I didn't quite understand why Mandy Rose put a kendo stick through the arms of a rolling chair and Raquel Gonzalez had to pretend like she was trapped there when she could just, I don't know, take the kendo stick out. But aside from that, this was a fun match. They used a fire extinguisher, they used chairs, they used the steps. They managed to use a lot of plunder. Mandy Rose got put through a table. It was a good time. But just as Raquel looked like she was about to win, a hooded figure attacked her with a shovel, allowing Mandy Rose to hit her knee strike and get the win. Mandy Rose is your new NXT Women's Champion. Man, when Raquel Gonzalez won that title from Io Shirai earlier in the year, I would not have bet in a million years that Mandy Rose would be the one to take the title off of her. But here we are, because she's just so sexy. All 3 members of Toxic Attraction celebrated with their new titles as the hooded figure was revealed to be Dakota Kai. I officially have no idea who's been called up and who hasn't. I was almost certain that Dakota Kai was done with NXT, but here we are. This was a fun match, but it had a finish that was straight out of the main roster. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Grayson Waller came out for another pointless hosting segment when he was interrupted by the person who was supposed to be hosting this show, LA Knight, also dressed as Dracula. All of this culminated with the debut of Solo Sikoa, who attacked Grayson Waller. The third Uso has finally arrived. See? Wale wasn't crazy. Next up, we had the NXT Tag Team Championship match as Imperium took on MSK. This was made a lumberjack match after another spin of the wheel, and those lumberjacks did not do a very good job, I'll be perfectly honest. They didn't get the people back in the ring when they did dives to the outside, and then they failed to catch Nash Carter when he did a cutter off the top rope. That poor guy, oh my God, flat back bump to the floor. Whew. Crowd seemed to be very pro MSK in this match, and that's good. Maybe they found the 20 or so people that were causing a ruckus and kicked them out of the building. Either way, I'm happy that they're getting the reaction that they want for MSK. And they had a fun match too. MSK and Imperium have really cool clash of styles going on, with Imperium being, of course, the much more grounded and technical team, while MSK does a lot more quick, fast-paced, high-flying. We got a lot of really cool near falls at the end here. There was a brainbuster and a Canadian destroy before Imperium managed to hit their powerbomb uppercut combo to get the win. Imperium is now your new NXT Tag Team Champions. This certainly was a decision. I don't know if it's a good one yet or not, but we'll see. I, for one, am completely shocked we never got to the MSK Grizzled Young Vets feud that seemed like the obvious direction after MSK won the tag titles. It always felt like they were building to it, but then they just never did it. Talk about a strange title run for MSK though, my God. Useless lumberjacks aside, this was probably the best match on the show in my opinion. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. We had a little vignette package from Chucky making fun of Braun Breaker and his family. Even more acknowledgement that he is in fact a Steiner, even if they won't call him one. This was a really fun match. While Braun Breaker is not like the smoothest person in the ring, he's got a lot of explosiveness, tons of charisma, and tons of potential. Considering how much people were talking about him during the day, I thought it was a lock that we were going to see a title change here, but didn't happen. No, after Braun Breaker threw Tommaso Ciampa around for the majority of this match, Tommaso Ciampa was able to get him on the outside and hit a DDT on exposed concrete before rolling him back in, hitting several knee strikes, as well as 2 fairy tale endings to retain the NXT Championship. I question this decision, honestly. I'm not going to say that they had to put the belt on Braun Breaker, but I thought they could have done more to make this match a real star-making performance for him, and it looked like that was the direction that we were going early on, but then the finish happened and I felt like, okay, this guy's now at the back of the line. I'm sure he'll get there eventually, but hey, if you're looking for the next generation of NXT, could have started right here. This was still a fun main event. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. While it might have been a special, this still was very much an episode of NXT 2.0, for better and for worse. There was some good wrestling on this show, but there was also some bad wrestling and a lot of comedy skits that I'm just personally not a big fan of. I'm going to give this show a 3 out of 5, going to go right in the middle. And that just about wraps it up for me. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on this week's show, make sure you go over to WrestleTalk podcast later on today, where myself and Luke Owen DAD are going to break down this entire show in detail. Until then, take care. Something about Nightwing. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
I'm Brandon Jaspers, and I'm a little boy.
My name is Father Reinhardt, and I serve the will of God. Amen!
And finally, who is this?
Martin!